the all-you-can-eat buffet. It's a glorious promise, right? An invitation. And let's be honest, for some of us, it's a personal challenge. But behind that endless mountain of food, there's a really fascinating business model, just packed with secrets. So let's dive in and really unpack how this whole thing works. I mean, you know the appeal. It's undeniable. You pay one price and you get what feels like infinite choice. It's the ultimate bargain, a foodie's dream, where the only thing stopping you is, well, you. But then, maybe as you're heading back for that third plate, that little question pops into your head. How in the world are they making any money on this? That's the big mystery, and we are going to solve it right now. So, the first secret, it doesn't even start in the kitchen. It starts right in your head. It's all about psychology, these clever, super subtle tricks designed to steer what you eat, and more importantly, how much of it. Okay, think about the last time you were in a buffet line. The layout, it is so not random. See, restaurants know that we tend to get excited and load up our plates right at the beginning. So what do? They put the cheapest, most filling stuff, the rice, the noodles, the bread, right up front. It's a simple move, but it's powerful. And the result is just genius, really. By the time you make it past all the pasta salads and the fried rice, and you finally see the good stuff, the grilled lamb, the shrimp, your plate is already packed with low-cost fillers. There's just not much room left for the expensive stuff. And the mind games don't stop there. Oh no, it extends to the very tools you're using. Ever notice the plates might be a little smaller than usual? That's on purpose. It tricks your brain into thinking you have a full, satisfying portion. And the glasses? They're often huge, nudging you to fill up on cheap, fizzy drinks that make you feel full way, way faster. Okay, so beyond all the psychology, there's a really practical business strategy going on here. Let's pull back the curtain and look at the actual numbers to see how these places are literally engineered for profit. Here's the thing. Buffets just operate on a totally different financial model. First up, labor costs are way down. I mean, you're serving yourself, so they need way fewer waiters. That's a huge saving right there. And second, food costs are managed carefully. To get to that amazing price point, they often use ingredients that are a bit more cost-effective than what you'd find at a typical sit-down restaurant. But here's where the story gets really interesting. This model, it hasn't always been a slam dunk. The history of the buffet is actually kind of dramatic. We're talking a massive decline, and then a comeback nobody saw coming. I mean, just look at the data. In the years leading up to 2017, the restaurant industry as a whole was growing, up a healthy 22%. But buffets, they were going in the opposite direction, dropping by 26%. It seemed like diners were just moving on to other things. So you'd think, that's it, right? The golden age of the all-you-can-eat buffet is over. But no, the story wasn't finished, not by a long shot. It was about to take a very, very sharp turn. And wow, what a turn it was. By 2022, buffets were making this incredible comeback. In some places, the demand for special events like Ramadan buffets just exploded, shooting up by a wild 200%. The buffet was suddenly back, and it was back in a big way. So what happened? What drove this huge revival? Well, it pretty much all comes down to economics. As we all started feeling the pinch from rising food prices, both at the grocery store and in restaurants, the buffet's promise of one fixed price for all you can eat suddenly looked like an amazing deal again. Okay, so now that you're armed with all this inside info, you know the psychology, you know the economics, you can approach the buffet in a whole new way. It's time for the game plan. It's time to learn how to beat the buffet at its own game. All right, here's your new strategy. First, and this is crucial, do a full lap. No plate, just look, do some recon, see what's on offer. Second, go for the high-value stuff first. Head straight for the proteins, the seafood. If you want carbs later, get them on a separate trip. And finally, skip the soda. Stick with water. You gotta save that valuable stomach space. So the next time you stand in front of that giant spread of food, you're not just gonna see food. You're gonna see the strategy. You'll understand the game. So the only question left is, now that you know the rules, how are you gonna play?